Here we are again. Welcome back, guys. We are learning to use the various functions of Mastercam while we create our piece together. As a first step, we drew the piece, and now we proceed with the second step, that is, we transform our design into a solid piece. So let's go to Solid, and in this menu we find the extrusion function. Extrusion means pulling out. It is as if we could pull our piece from the z-axis. It is a question of assigning a measure to the z-axis. That is the thickness. In this way, our drawing becomes a solid. Click on Extrude and a menu opens. Let's focus on the menu on the right. Here are different modes for extrusion. For example, chain. This is a partial extrusion. See what happens when we click on a line. I just extrude that line. In our case, we don't need this function, but now we know what it's for. So let's look another function, this window, and let's see what happens. We highlight an area of the drawing. As you can see, only the elements that are completely inside the area are extruded. The circle in the center, for example, aren't extruded because they weren't entirely inside the area I highlighted. Let's now take a look at the arrows. The arrows indicates the direction of rotation of the tool. In the case, for example, it is turning in this direction, but our tool must turn in the opposite direction to be able to work the piece. To reverse the direction of the arrow, this symbol is used. This is a direction reversal symbol. Let's confirm and see what's happening. Again, that's not what our drawing represents. As you can see, he made cylinder, while this should be hose. This too is not what I want to achieve. Instead, let's now go to the function we need to create what our design really represents. Here it is. We activate it with this button. As we can see, the whole outline of my piece is highlighted, not just a segment where I clicked it. When I confirm, we have generated the solid. Here we can assign a name if we want. And here we can enter the thickness of my piece. Let's give it a value of 55. Yeah. Can we do something else? Yeah, we can change the position of this axis. Is it an important detail? Yes. As you can see, the axis is referred to the plane where we find this grid, but that's not the correct position. Why is it correct? It isn't correct. We transfer our piece to the machine tool. We'll be able to understand why it is not correct. Here we are in this program. Hopefully we will also use this software for lessons related to CNC programming. But now let's focus on our piece fixed on the machine, please. And you can see there is a symbol on the edge of the piece. It represents the 0 point of the piece. Let's imagine that a milling cutter is mounted on the machine. Let's imagine that it is at a distance of 500 from the piece. As we get closer to the piece, the dimension decreases. 400, 350, 200, 100, up to 0 measure. At this height, the milling cutter touched the piece, but what happens if the milling cutter continues to go down? The numerical value assumes a negative value, -1, -3, -10, etc. So that point, the 0 point, is the point from which all measurement starts and is located on the space at the top of the piece. But currently, the point of our origin of the 3 axes in the Cadcam program being processed is located in the lower kernel on the basis where we started the drawing. So we have to reverse the direction and use this key. As we can see, now the measurement will start from the upper base. We'll confirm with the blue button because we have not finished. We'll take care of the pose, but we'll do it in the next lesson. In this lesson, we have learned the main functions for extruding and how to modify the plane on which the axes lie. Thank you for being with me. This is Techno-Intelligo, technical drawing, CNC, Cadcam, design, and technology. I look forward to seeing you soon at the new lesson. Goodbye to everyone.